Hi, everyone, and welcome to our Game of the Week. The energy today just feels different in here. We've been building toward this game. This is one both teams have had circled in the schedule since the start of the season. This is not just any other matchup. Both teams come in ranked in the top 10, colliding early in the season, each trying to set the tone with a big statement. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Handoff in a single back formation.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Ball handed off. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They need a yard here on third down to keep this opening drive going. Can he make it to the marker? The Gators are going to keep this drive rolling.
Well, I know it's here early in this game, but boy, that's what you want to see as an offense. You get to these third downs, it's all about trying to create opportunities and momentum, and that's what they've done here, converting to get a new set of downs.
And the Gators begin a new series here, 1st and 10. They'll test the right side here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's the offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
That completion sets up an important third down play. Can he get there on the ground? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. This one will be fair caught. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Handoff here from the shotgun. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Gets made on the out route. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
No gain on the play. 2nd down.
play call here on second down for this offense. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Takes the toss, testing the right side here. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. But it's incomplete. They miss an opportunity, and now it's fourth down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
Florida offense retakes the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
That's a big hit at the end, but they earned a fresh set of downs.
Well, Chris, you think about over the years with the Gators and their offense, it's always about Steve Spurrier and spreading it out and fun and gun and attacking downfield. But I think these great Gator teams, they have an ability to do what we just saw right here. Pick up a first down on the ground, relying on that offensive line and their running back.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Chris, how about this? I mean, there's nobody open initially. He rolls out to be able to get out of the pocket away from the pressure and eventually finds the big tight end for those positive yards in that first down.
The Gators with 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground, but the next tip ball could be going the other way.
And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Tries the right with a quick throw. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Tackled quickly at the 10, but now the offense really threatening the score.
Chris, to me, I think the quarterback wanted to get this ball thrown downfield, but good coverage forces him to throw it underneath. But give an assist to the O-line, giving him enough time to be able to evaluate that coverage.
Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Ball handed off. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Drop for a loss after the catch on 3rd down. Sets up a 4th down now. So now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit. So from the left hash, this is just a chip shot. The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. This should be the last play of the quarter. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Florida 3, Missouri 0.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Stop out at the 39, but good enough for a first down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Grab behind the line. It's Lacy.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Now it's 2nd down here. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball at the 44.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Here's the 2nd down play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Keeping it on the ground here. In the clear at the 25. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball, pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
There's the handoff. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
It's 3rd down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Tight end makes the grab. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now.
What a great route here by this tight end on 3rd down, and the quarterback does a smart thing by looking for the big fella. Who's your best friend on 3rd down? Of course, the tight end, and now we've got 1st and goal.
Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, they slowed the game down with a long, grinding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you can score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, it puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense, and man, did they make that look easy.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Gators offense retakes the field. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. Going for a big play downfield. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Catch is made down the middle. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Chris, that's a great example of his arm strength. He just fired the ball in there much quicker than the defense could even react.
Powering right past the defender. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Just love watching his back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid gain.
Second down play coming up. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Pass caught. Can he get in? Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Florida. Well, a touchdown to a wide open man. Kirk, what in the world was going on the defensive side of that play?
Wow, what was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
Automatic on the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Not an ideal kickoff as it heads out of bounds. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
They'll run it to the left. Good enough for first down yardage.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Fresh set it down to the offense. First down. Hand off to the back. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and claim the lead before the break. Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Missouri now operating in the red zone. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
The offense that time just trying to get the ball out in the perimeter, trying to find some space to be able to get their speed into. Pretty good job by the defense slowing them down.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Oh, here comes the reverse. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Lacey. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have first and goal now.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
Keep it on the ground on first and goal. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there by that offensive line.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Kickoff team's on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Looking to throw it deep. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense.
Well, a mistake by the quarterback of putting that up in the air, but a great play by the free safety. You know, you sit back and cover 3. The center fielder is the free safety. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, and when that ball is released, he's got to show an athletic ability to be able to go find the football and come down with it for an interception.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Lofting it toward the left sideline. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
So second down after the incompletion. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. He'll look to throw it here on second down. And now another deep ball here. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Love this aggressive mindset from the quarterback and offensive coordinator. Found the matchup that you wanted, take a shot downfield. You don't hit it, but you made the defense be aware of it.
Challenging play for the offense. They face third and long here from their own 43. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Grab down the middle. It's Manning. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a first down. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
And he's got it. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
But Chris, with this style of RPO, the quarterback has to do a really good job of staying on that ride with the running back to make sure that the defense is really up against the run before he can pull it out and throw the football. Here, it's a little further downfield, but the same result as far as the potential and the big gain coming off of an RPO.
Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 now. The quarterback's got it on the option. He'll toss it to the back. quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Missouri.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Looking to pass here on second down. Pulls it in. It's Lacy. Touchdown, Tigers. This offense is still clicking. And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT is good, so the lead now is 11. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Game moves the ball out past the 25-yard line. Minuta's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
21, Florida, 10.
Now they get set to kick it away.
Number 18, set to kick off.
And the fair catch signaled for and take it. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Oh, it's snapped to the back. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Receiver in motion now. Trying to find room. It's Lacy. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. And it's really solid defense on that play.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down. Special teams on the field. Now here comes a punt. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the Florida offense retakes the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for his big tight end. Pass is going to be incomplete. He was really lucky to avoid the pick there.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
The gain is 8 yards, so it sets up a 3rd and 2. The Gators will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. On third down, it's a handoff. They keep the drive going. It's a first down at the 46.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
First down, looking to throw the football. Caught over the middle. It's Daniels. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
And the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 42.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
And the Gators pick up enough for a first down here. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance and a really nice gain.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. The Gators keep the football on the move. And a running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs.
That's a first down for the offense.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Brought down at the 7. The completion moves him closer to the goal line. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And he drops back in the gun. He's got it near the end zone.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, his 1st and goal. You're thinking about trying to score. You're looking at positive yards instead. You're going backwards. It's going to set up a very important second down call here.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Gators.
Touchdown, Florida. Number 14 in the end zone.
So down by 5, they'll go for 2, trying to cut this to a field goal margin. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he is stopped short. The 2-point try fails. You can't cut this lead further. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back.
16.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Opening play of the drive, he'll throw to the left. They bring him down, but he makes the 4-yard line. That's a solid gain. Game moves the ball to the 40. It'll be first down. Handoff running right. Nowhere to run up the middle.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Short connection to the tight end here. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Chris, this is a great game, but I'm always so impressed with the offensive line because they sell this as much as anything. The quarterback's making the read, trying to figure out if the defense is committed to the run or the pass, and then he's going to go the other direction. He makes the right throw here out to the flat to the right, but the offensive line showing the defense it's a run look is what opens this up eventually for the nice game.
Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover, does a good job of being physical and making that play.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he's brought down short of the line to gain in what should be the last play of this third quarter.
Missouri 21, Florida 16.
We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Short throw complete to the tight end. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
Well, the defense gets these guys to 3rd down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the 1st down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
Direct snap to the back. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Gives it to the back. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, and it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Touchdown, Missouri. Still no answer for this offense. Vic, you don't have to be that creative, do you? The running back simply cannot be stopped. It's another touchdown.
Chris, he's scored all these touchdowns, but it's really as much about the offensive line as it is anything. How about the holes that he's running through right now to give him a chance to get out into space to show you what he can do as a back? But he'll be the first one to tell you, I'm sure, after the game, the job this offensive line did.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Gators offense retakes the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. It's an out route, the catch made, and the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Hey, you're down by a couple possessions late in the game. That's exactly how you want to start this drive. Let's see what they can do with it after that nice game.
He makes the grab. They've got him, but not before he makes a first down at the 41. The Gators will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
Looks to the left, and it's complete. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. And the Gators pick up enough yards to move the sticks.
Man, this wide receiver has been a difference maker in this football game. He's got 2 touchdowns already. Now they look to him again, and he picks up the first down.
Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss. Second down after that previous play. Quarterback drops back, looking for the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Tackle made after a big gain. The Gators come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
Good enough for a first down.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Finds his man. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line, because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route, and the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. Here we go. First and goal. A touchdown here gets them right back into this game. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. The Gators come to the line with first and goal. They'll try to run it in on first and goal. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
Number 13 with the carry.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer.
That makes the score Missouri 28, Florida 23.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Kickoff out of bounds. The ball will be spotted up at the 40-yard line. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Grab down the middle. It's Lacey. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. The running back sneaks out there. He is a difficult matchup for this defense in the passing game.
Man, it is so tough to match up in man-to-man coverage against a back like this and catch the ball like a receiver. It's something you work on all week, and you know about it. You're aware of it, but it's one thing to be aware of it, and another thing to go out and execute it and try to stay with him in man coverage. Very tough to do.
The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
Well, this is a huge third down coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, they desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
Here we go. Crucial play coming up. It's third down and 3. A bullet, but it's incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Boy, a questionable call there on third down. I know they don't convert, but why not run the ball? Keep the clock moving, especially working with the lead in the fourth quarter. Now you got a big decision here on fourth down and short.
It's a one-possession game. They'll elect to go for it here on fourth down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He's got it. A fourth down conversion. Drive stays alive. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going.
Oh, the defense blows an opportunity. You get him to fourth down, a chance to get the ball back to your offense, and instead it's a first down, and now this one could be over.
We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? The junior able to bring him down quickly. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Important second down play coming up. Tight end goes in motion. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Okay, it's third down after that run. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Play action fake. Looking to throw. The pass is off target. Again, hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked.
Interesting call here, Chris, to throw the ball on third and short. Unable to come up with a first down. Now here at fourth down, you got a big decision to make. Do you kick the field goal just to add to the lead, or maybe go for this here with a chance to drop the hammer?
And that is no good. And the lead remains at 5 after the miss.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
No connection there. The pass is incomplete. Getting set. Here's second down. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the catch. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Tackle is made at the 48-yard line. First down for the offense.
And the Gators come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking to chuck it again. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Gators. And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
Number 82.
Well, this is why they love this guy so much, is when it's crunch time, he makes plays like this. And what I love is the quarterback knows all I got to do is get the ball in his hands, and he can do the rest of the work and get it all the way to the end zone. Great play.
The offense will set up now for the two-point conversion, trying to extend the lead to 3 points. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Picked off, a crucial turnover.
Man, Chris, I just don't know. Here we are in the fourth quarter. You're down by 1. The extra point ties the game. I guess they decided to try to take the lead by going for 2, but they miss it, and now they're still down by 1. I don't like the call.
And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Tackle finally made, but it's a big gain. Moves the ball to the 48. A timeout is called to talk some strategy in this very important drive. Looking to throw it on first down. He's running out of time here. Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process. Incompletion makes it second down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Caught over the middle. It's Lacey. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible.
Timeout, Missouri.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Back in motion now. And he'll drop back here on third down. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. And it's intercepted.
I get wanting to be aggressive, but